Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a spare no expense 2017 Toyota 4Runner build. Let's dive into it. This is a local client that was referred to us by our good friends up at Air Down Gear Up. It is a 2017 Toyota 4Runner that is a low miles. The clients have had it since new, and the conversations were ongoing for about a year on what to do to the rig, and the finished product is here behind me. The ultimate goal was, how do we build kind of the ultimate best 4Runner around and make every aspect of it better? We love it, the clients love it. Let's see what you think. Moving on to the front, we have a Dissent front bumper, and with Dissent you get to choose if you want to do just the center section or if you want to do the full setup. It is a modular option. This client chose to do the full setup. Inside we have a Comeup 9,500 pound winch that is synthetic. It does have Factor 55 ultra hook and fairlead. It does have ball design Squadron SAE amber fog lights, a ball design 30-inch light bar, and we also went with Alpha Rex headlights. Let's move on to the side. Okay, moving on to the side, we have a RCI slider that has their optional top plate on it. RCI makes a phenomenal product, and they make a lot of good products for Toyota vehicles for sliders and skid plates. For wheels and tires, we went with a Method 704 in titanium gray, wrapped in a Falken Wildpeak AT4W 285/75/17 tire. Moving underneath the vehicle, we contacted our good friends at Bilstein and went with a 8112 front, coil over, and an 8100 double bypass rear. With this setup, the 8112 front kind of adjusts on the fly with whatever you want to throw at it. It has built-in compression and rebound adjustment that'll automatically adjust with if you're on-road or off-road. The 8100 rear double bypass has 40 clicks of adjustment for rebound and compression, so you can kind of dial in your comfort that suits you best. Staying underneath the vehicle here, we have Dobinson rear control arms, we have a Dobinson Panhard bar, we have an EIMKeith Panhard bar correction bracket, we have SPC upper control arms in the front, we have Timbren bump stops front and rear, we have Total Chaos weld-in cam tab gussets and spindle gussets. We have RCI skid plates for the engine, transmission, transfer case, and fuel tank that are in aluminum, paired up with a RCI rear diff skid plate in steel. We have 48 gears. We have Powerbrake X-line fronts that are a larger caliper setup with a larger rotor and brake, and a Powerbrake D-line rear that is a brake and rotor upgrade as well. We'll dive into that more on the drive later. We have a Long Range America aux fuel tank that is a 24-gallon tank in the rear. This allows you to transfer 24 gallons on the fly with a simple push on the button over to your main tank going down the road. Let's move around back. Okay, moving on to the rear of the vehicle, we went with Dissent for the bumper and the swing out. This does have the tire swing out on the driver's side that does have the interior table. We will be adding another swing out on the passenger side in time for Expo Mountain West here in the next week or so. This will be their e-bike carrier setup that they are developing. This will be able to carry the weight of an e-bike on the swing out hitch mount, which should be very cool. It'll also have their triple jerry can holder. Staying in the back here, we went with Alpha Rex taillights, as well as the combi lights from Dissent that are a turn brake and backup light. Okay, moving on to the cargo area. This build was referred to us by our good friends up at Air Down Gear Up, and they never really disappoint on their systems. I feel like they actually turned it up a little bit further on this design. It does have their full kitchen pull-out that is finished with their aluminum molly panel fridge enclosure. It does have a side drawer. It does have the second row seat delete, and it's all finished in their rich light top material. We added a National Luna 50-liter dual zone fridge freezer to the mix, and the client is running a convection dual stove top. Staying in the cargo area, for the power management system, we went with Red Arc, and this system is a good example of utilizing space and having a full Red Arc system. So we do have a Red Arc Alpha 150 heated lithium battery that's 150 amp hours. We do have their brand new Red Arc Alpha Manager 75 that is hardwired into the vehicle. So it is charging going down the road via the main battery alternator, but you could also plug in solar that is ran underneath the vehicle. We have their Red Arc Rogue and their Red Vision system that is a Bluetooth option via your phone or a keypad setup that you kind of have all the readouts and get set up as you want with different logos and so on. We also have a Red Arc 2000 watt inverter. Everything on the system is mounted on the ADGU fridge enclosure. And so what Red Arc does is they give you the option of where you want to mount it, and this kind of gives us the opportunity to really show off our wiring and what we're capable of doing. It turns into more of a conversation starter and becomes very much part of the vehicle. For lighting, we do have Kingpin 12-inch F-Series on the side and as well as on the front of the fridge enclosure. The Kingpin F-Series allows you to transfer from or choose if you want to go clear or red lights with a simple push of a button. Okay, staying inside, we sound deadened everything as much as possible to make it as quiet of a 4Runner as possible. That's one thing that we've noticed with the Land Cruisers and the GX460s is they are much quieter than the 4Runners. Once we sound deaden the roof, the doors, and the floor, it makes it extremely quiet. Once we had the headliner out, we gave the option and the client chose to do an Alcantara headliner that matches up very well with the rest of the trim and is a nice finishing touch to the interior. Moving on to the front, we did Escape Gear seat covers in charcoal. It does have a Wolf Box rear view camera setup that is you can transition from the rear view to the front if you're off-roading or parking and need a little bit more of assistance. It also has an ICS fab center dash mount where you can mount your GPS, your phone, and so on. How we set everything up was if you're at camp, you have the Red Vision system with Red Arc to be able to control everything from your phone via Bluetooth or from the control panel. We also mounted a Switch Pro 9100 in the front to control everything that while you're going down the road for easy access, and you could have muscle memory for which buttons which to control lighting, your air compressor as well, that is wired into the Switch Pro, and kind of have all those creature comforts at your fingertips. Let's move on to the engine. Okay, moving on to the engine bay, we kept everything very clean. It does have a Magnuson supercharger. It does have a ARB twin air compressor with a SLE mount. A Switch Pro 9100 is mounted in there as well as an AGM Extreme battery for the starter battery that is accompanied by an SDHQ billet battery tie down as well as SLE battery terminals. Let's move up top. Okay, moving up top, we have a Sherpa roof rack that is their slimline roof rack, and it is one of our favorite roof racks to go to for this option. Accompanying it, we do have a Zargus case. It has a Kamik awning and it has a WeBoost antenna. The main WeBoost system is mounted to the front of the ADGU fridge enclosure as well. Let's take it for a drive. Okay, there's always some things that we forget, and a couple of things that we did forget in the video were the ARB raised air intake paired up with the Cyclone pre-filter, the Revelco anti-theft device. It does have a chase light, and it does have lights that were added up on the rear hatch as well that further let you choose of clear or red, and those are from National Luna. Moving on to how does the rig drive? You know, this rig feels like it should, to be perfectly honest with you. And we get this comment a lot of, you know, I can't believe you built such a heavy rig. And to be honest with you, this vehicle feels better than it did stock. with the mix of the Madison supercharger, the gears, the brakes, and all the suspension upgrades that we did, everything feels very much like it belongs. It feels very capable. Nothing feels top heavy. Nothing feels front end heavy or any of the above. The Bilstein 8112s and 8100s, they are one of our favorite setups for a few different reasons. One, Bilstein did kind of reinvent how a shock works, which we think is extremely cool. They were able to pack a 2.7 diameter setup into what others can only do a 2.5. And they also have the longest rebuild interval of anybody on the market that we know of. Bilstein has said that normal driving with off-roading as well, you're going to get somewhere between 80 and 120,000 miles out of the suspension, which we find very impressive. The supercharger, it does wake up the factory 4-liter significantly, and it doesn't feel excessive by any means. It feels like, it doesn't feel like a V6, it feels more like a factory V8 now, especially paired with the 488 gears. The big, probably the most important upgrade that we did is the Powerbrake setup. And Powerbrake did with their X-line front and the D-lines rears, you are getting a larger caliper, rotor, and brake up front, since 70% of your braking is done via the front. We'll give you a good example here. This is the one upgrade that we can honestly say feels better than what it did stock, period. The braking is better than what it was. I'll give you a good example. You feel the power of the re-gear and the supercharger. We're going 60 miles an hour there, and we'll lock them up. I think it's pretty impressive. In conclusion, this build is, it is definitely into the 6-figure range, and that's not for everybody. And it was a pleasure to do the build for the clients because they did give us the green light of saying, hey, let's make everything feel right. Let's do every single thing that you guys can do to improve on what it was from the factory. So I think we did that very much. It's an enjoyable process whenever you could take something as an idea and a thought and make it as cool as a finished product as what your original idea was. So if you want to see more of it, we will have this rig in our booth at Overland Expo Mountain West, as well as a few others. We will have a turtleback trailer in tow. And let us know what you think. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.